Hello, Power Rangers Lightning Collection fans, and welcome back to Rangers of the Universe. I'm Chris, and here's our next Lightning Collection video of the third figure in the Cobra Kai Power Rangers crossover. It is the Skeleputty. So, on the front, you have a digital render of the figure, a look at the Skeleputty, the cool crossover logo for Power Rangers in Cobra Kai. On the side, you have the putty head, Cobra Kai logo, Skeleputty name, the cool Cobra symbol, the Cobra logo. And then you have, again, a digital render of the figure. And then this figure is in 6.2-inch scale. Comes with alternate hand pieces, a punch effect piece, and a chest effect piece. So, same kind of effect pieces that the Z Putty originally came with, original figure of it. And then the Cobra Kai logo. Now, my thing about this figure, well, first, let's do the figure review first, and then I'll talk about my thoughts in total on the crossover, the line, everything like that. But overall, I do always love the box art of this, the logos, which you still see, like, there's a cheetah logo here, a tiger logo. Like, we have Boar, which was Johnny, the Mantis, which was Samantha, Crane, which was Daniel LaRusso. But Tiger and Cheetah are two that aren't used at all. They're on here, but there's no figures of them. So at the end, I'm going to give my thoughts. But first, let's go on to the figure review. Now, here we have the Skeleputty figure. Now, we have the chest effect piece here, which you just put the chest effect piece, two under the arms, two above, and that is the, well, did the wrong side of it. It's supposed to, those go on the top, those go on the bottom, and then you have the chest effect piece, like the putty is taking a blow and the Z Putty is breaking apart. And then you have the punching effect piece that goes with the alternate hands. So you put on the alternate hand and you have the punching effect piece for the putty. So, for the Skeleputty. So you have those alternate hands, and you have these regular hands, holding, grabbing hands, even though there's nothing specifically for him to hold. Like, let's see, even though these are open hands, can we still fit that on there? Yep. Oh, nope. So yeah, it's specifically made up for that because it puts the whole fist and sticks in there. So overall, we'd have to take this off, which is extremely easy to do. You just put the new putty hands back on. You just put the new hand on, and you put that in there. So that's how you get the punching effect piece. But overall, taking a look at the joints, all right, it is double jointed, knees and elbows. They are not pinless, so it is still using pins. You have the articulation at the double jointed knees, at the ankles. You have the articulation right there. You have the hip right there. Then you have the swivel joint right there. You have the skull lines. You've got the double jointed here, the double jointed here. You can see there's articulation there and in the shoulders. And then there's the head articulation with the neck joint. So, overall looking at it, as you can see, it's skeleton clothing. Now, on the back, you also have the Cobra Kai logo, which does look absolutely fantastic. The paint application on here is very nicely done. There's a lot of lining up to it. Let's see. We have, all right, so those are kind of lined up on the back, and they kind of match where they're lined up on the front as well. Let's see here if we can have those all lined up, everything on the front. And yeah, the back's lined up as well. So the lineup on these bones are pretty nicely done. Now, my thing about this figure. So, for those that don't know, for the Monster of the Week bones, if you paint over this Cobra Kai logo, like make it all black, then you can buy a bunch of these putties, and eventually, if we do get in the deluxe line, the Monsters of the Week Bones, you can have Bones and his squad of putties. So that is something cool that you can do with these figures if you buy multiple and just paint over the Cobra Kai logo. However, my thing about this figure is we have so this, because apparently I guess the line's over now with 5 figures, we have the show's Cobra Kai. But the only figure that's Cobra Kai is the Skeleputty. However, the skeleton suit was worn by Cobra Kai students. But in the movies and show, they were worn by Johnny and Miguel, who already have figures. So my thing is, to promote Cobra Kai, this figure is a waste. We really should have gone, since this line was introduced going into Season 5. So it was first revealed in an article that was written promoting Season 5 of Cobra Kai. And at that time, our only main characters that were in Cobra Kai at that point were Robbie and Tori, who both ended up leaving Cobra Kai in Season 5. Yes, spoilers. But they were the 2 Cobra Kai students. Now, on the box, we have a cheetah symbol and a tiger symbol. So instead of doing this, they should have done like they did 2 Miyagi-Do figures, 2 Eagle Fang figures. They could have done Robbie and Tori as maybe a green and yellow or blue and yellow. Done both of them with Robbie as tiger and Tori as cheetah, or the other way around, and done Cobra Kai that way, and then used the Cobra Kai logo on each of their backs. I definitely would have preferred that better. I mean, my theory is, with those 2 logos being on the box, there were going to be more than 5 figures, but because the sales weren't well on the line, and fans weren't were very critical on it, fans don't really like the line, that maybe they planned to do more than 5, but that got canceled and they left it at 5. Because, I mean, they've got 2 symbols on here still unused, and we don't actually have anybody Cobra Kai. Like, this is Skeleputty. It's a cool figure, but doesn't really make sense for the line as a whole. So it would have been so much better for us to, instead of getting this, to have been Robbie and Tori for figure 5 and 6, and then it would have been great to have other main characters, Dimitri and Eli, Hawk, but they were both Miyagi-Do, and we already had 2 Miyagi-Do figures, so making it 2, 2, and 2 would have been pretty excellent. Now, let's go ahead, show this off on all sides. Let's get out our usual figure stand, raise this up a bit, show it off. Let's put him out into a pose. The paint application on here is very well done. So is the sculpt. I think they did very well with the skeleton bones outline. The Cobra Kai symbol on the back of here is very well detailed. So they did put a lot of work and effort into this figure, and it does show with it. Yes, with the theme of Cobra Kai. And, we got figures of the 2 characters that wore this skeleton suit. Robbie and Miguel, which I do have video reviews coming out on them. I did get those figures in. All of the Cobra Kai line is in stock on Hasbro Pulse as of this moment. So, overall, the fact that we have these unused symbols in Tiger and Cheetah, because, as you see, we do have Boar, we have the Eagle, we have the Mantis. I mean, we have 2 symbols on here unused, and we don't have a true Cobra Kai character, because when this was announced, Miguel and Johnny both used to be Cobra Kai, but they're Eagle Fang at the time of going into Season 4 into Season 5. So by this point, the only characters that made sense to really show off the Cobra Kai dojo aspect of it was Tori and Robbie, because Season 4 into Season 5, they were both our main 2 Cobra Kai characters. So the fact that we're getting Skeleputty but not them, I, as a Cobra Kai and Power Rangers fan who really enjoy and love the idea of this line, it is very disappointing because I would have loved to see Robbie, Tori, and especially even Dimitri and Hawk as well. I would have loved to get the remaining 4 main characters, but it looks as though this is the end. Who knows? They can always pick it back up. I mean, once they've started it, they can always do it again, especially with Season 6 of Cobra Kai. The final season is coming out at some point this year. Figure in the fall, maybe December, January drop again. That tends to be when we see the drop of the new season in going December into January. So that is highly likely when we'll get the next season of it. And who knows? You never know. I mean, we could see more Cobra Kai figures come back and for them to finish a line that does feel very unfinished to me. I mean, this box art is absolutely incredible. And the fact that everything on all these symbols on the box art aren't being utilized, the line just feels very unfinished to me. So who knows? Hopefully maybe one day they'll pick it back up and finish it up, because I personally do not think that the 5 figures they revealed were the complete lineup for it. I think they ended it early for whatever reason or another. Who knows? But hopefully it'll get picked back up and they'll finish the lineup one day. That'd be great to see, especially since even from the Ninjetti sculpt, we still have blue and yellow that they can use. They still haven't used blue and yellow for it. Those are colors that have went unused. So, I mean, those are 2 sculpts that can easily be done again. And honestly, I'd say blue and yellow for Dimitri and Tori. I'd love to see Robbie as green. But either way, I'd love to see those 2 colors used. So that is all for this video. Short and quick. I mean, he didn't come with much. There's no head sculpt to go over. It's just our normal putty body, painted black with some white skeleton bones on it, and then a Cobra Kai logo thrown on the back, which again looks fantastic. If you haven't watched Cobra Kai, highly recommend it. They're going into their 6th and final season. Excellent show. So that is all for this video. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell for notifications. Also, be sure to check out in the description below the names to our Instagram and Twitter pages, and hit that follow button for all channel news and updates. It is Rangers_of_the_universe. So be sure to hit those follow buttons. Now, that is all for this video, but be sure to tune in for all future Super Sentai, Power Rangers, and Tokusatsu content, whether it's toys or entertainment. So be sure to tune in and see you soon for all future videos.